Welcome back, dollies.
Welcome back. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, and I hope that it is.
Yeah, it's happy over here.
We're trucking along.
Yeah.
I have to add one to the vomit count. I was doing really good this week and I was feeling positive.
Yeah, you did do pretty well.
But now I'm not back to being sick all the time, but like I just feel like I didn't eat fast enough this morning or I didn't eat like enough last night. I don't know.
Mhm.
Or
Yeah.
like I'll wake up at like 3 a.m. hungry and I don't really have any snacks because I've thrown up so many bars. I'm over them.
Yeah.
And that's what I ate this morning was a bar because I had it. And then I threw that up. So I'm like, I'm over those bars. Ugh.
Yeah.
So I need to find hair in my mouth. I need to find something I can just have to snack on at like 3 in the morning. Yeah.
Oh, I wonder like what a good snack would be that's like pretty healthy, maybe has some nutritional value and that you're like into.
What about your week?
My week's been good. It was my mom's birthday this weekend, so we celebrated and that was really fun. We went to um this like drag show in West
I'm
Hollywood.
jealous.
So that was really fun. I have been before for like a brunch, like the drag brunch. But she hasn't. She's always kind of wanted to go. So they're moving this weekend, so it kind of just worked to fit into the schedule because it was something easy. And she had a lot of fun. She said it was like way more entertaining than she thought it was gonna be. So it was really fun. And we did like pizza and cake at my apartment. I like decorated with some balloons. Um, and I made Jeopardy like based on her, and they really liked
Cute.
that. So that was a success. I was trying to make it like special. She was like, nobody's ever made me a game before. I was like, I mean, I don't think like people do this, like it's not that common. Like it's not like, oh, everybody's making somebody a game and I've never been made a game. I was
As
like,
a
well, I don't think
parent,
it's that common, but I was like, you did raise a pretty extraordinary person.
that's your gift.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Yeah. So, it was really fun.
And how was the cake?
The cake was bomb.
Ugh,
It
I'm
was from
jealous.
Suki Cakes, and it's
I,
just like the birthday cake flavor,
I
like the
literally dreamt about a tres leches cake last night.
yum. I know. Yeah, it was really good. So, pizza and cake is like the ultimate combo. So, it was yum. We had a lot of fun. And other than that, just kind of been chilling. Not too much going on besides that. The
And
weather's like
Serena,
really gotten warm. So
ooh,
I'm
today
like,
was warm, but we're not over the hump yet. But this week's like going to be like 50 and stuff. So we're happy. The
nice.
snow's melting. I feel like we're coming around.
Yeah, I know. I was like sunbathing on the balcony today.
And Serena also celebrated her birthday this week.
Yeah, she did. She turned 6. We made her a little pup cake. She loved it. And we got her a bunch of toys. So a lot of birthday celebrations in February and Valentine's Day and Super Bowl. So February is like really overwhelming. It's like every week I'm just like, who's next? Okay, what's next? What's next? So now I'm like at the tail end of it. So we
We're
got through
gonna
it.
break till April.
Yeah, seriously. So yeah, other than that, not much. I do you ever watch the Kelly Clarkson talk show?
I've only seen clips.
Same. I've only really seen clips. But I guess she opens her show doing a cover of a song, like
Oh,
like covering somebody's song. So she'll like do that. And I feel like Kelly Clarkson is just such a great singer. Her voice is so good. But
yes.
then she took a break for a while from music. And so now she's getting more out there because of the talk show, I think. So the newer generation, I think, is like kind of getting some of the Kelly Clarkson that we used to get. And she looks great also, but she's been doing covers and I've been like obsessed with her this weekend.
What was the cover that she did that you're loving?
The most recent one was it's called Your Love. It's like a old song and it's by the Outfielders. I don't know if that's right, but it's like Josie's on a
Oh
vacation far
yeah.
away. Na, 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 na. She sings so good. Everybody's always like she like her dictation is so well that anytime she covers a song, you can actually hear the
Here.
lyrics and like
I
learn.
love Arco and I like jam out to the ABCDEFU that she
Which one is
does.
that?
Have you heard that song? I feel like you
No.
know the
No.
song. You. Um, but it's so good. And she's like, it's literally, she changes it. She changes the words like for her divorce. So it's really good.
My gosh, I'll have to look it up.
Um, so yeah, that is entertaining. That's my favorite cover that I've seen of her.
Yeah, so I've been like obsessed with her. She does like all types of covers too, like all types of different genres, and it's just so good. So if you're ever in the mood for Kelly Clarkson, look up some of the covers she's done because it's so good. People are like, oh my gosh, like Kelly Clarkson totally just started a talk show as an excuse to do karaoke. Because like she's just like always rocking out performing. I'm here for it.
I feel like it's been a long week. Why? My
Yeah.
sleep has not been great. I go to the chiropractor this week and I'm very excited about that. We also have another baby appointment. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, that is exciting.
Uh, but yeah, overall, not a ton. Just happy to hopefully be getting back into the yard soon. I need to pick up dog poop now that
Yeah.
the snow is melting. Yeah. But yeah, I don't think anything specific this week.
Okay, let's jump into the stories then. Um,
Yeah.
for the first story, some sad news. Kylie Jenner's hairstylist, Jesus Guerrero, dead at 34.
Oh
And
my
I don't know
gosh.
if you were familiar with him, but
Not
he
at
was
all.
really big with like all celebrities, um, with doing their hair, like their hairstylist. And he had great hair himself. So that was really shocking because nothing was like wrong with him
Dog.
that anybody knew of. And he was only 34 and like super healthy. And it says the celebrity world has lost a dear friend, Jesus Guerrero, a hairstylist whose clients have included Kylie Jenner, Katy Perry, Dua Lipa, Rosalia, Jessica Alba, Demi Moore, and Jennifer Lopez, has died. He was 34. His sister announced his death on a GoFundMe page on February 22nd. It is with a heavy heart that we let the world know that Jesus has gone to heaven, she wrote. He is a son, a brother, an uncle, an artist, a friend, and so much more. Born and raised in Houston, Texas, to immigrant parents, Jesus learned how to work hard and dreamt of taking his skills to the top. The message added, unfortunately, his passing came very suddenly and unexpectedly. Currently, his family is taking care of his personal belongings and accommodations to bring him home to Houston. The cause of Guerrero's death was not revealed. Several of his colleagues shared tributes to him after news of his passing was made public.
But they
Um,
didn't say why.
it has not been revealed why he has died, but I did see speculations that he went somewhere, like on a trip with Jennifer Lopez, like to, because like they'll travel with them if they
Yeah.
have an event. So I think that was the case. And then he got sick and couldn't travel back. So I think she came back and he was like, I don't feel well enough to travel. And then he ended up traveling back. And when he got back, he like had pneumonia and had to go to the hospital and died at the hospital. That's what I heard, but that hasn't been confirmed or anything. So I'm curious to see if that is true or if that's totally made up. Um,
And you would feel like horrible about that.
I know. So I'm like, if that is the case, like I can't imagine. I feel like Jennifer Lopez is gonna get some
Eat.
backlash about leaving him there, traveling back and being like, okay, bye. Hope you
Okay,
feel better.
well, sorry you don't feel good. I'm out.
Yeah. Take some Dayquil. So that was really sad. Uh, he was in like the celebrity world pretty well known, but I think he really got well known because of Kylie Jenner because if she's like posting, she like will include her makeup artist, like pictures of them and stuff. So I think he got more known because
Fame
of
from that.
Kylie Jenner. Yeah. So it's really sad. I keep seeing a lot of tributes for him, like influencers and celebrities
Oh.
posting and just like shocked. So that was sad, but I he's watching down on everybody
And their hair.
in their hair.
Doing hair in heaven now.
Yeah, seriously. Um, Second story is about the ASAP Rocky trial. Do you remember we spoke about
Yes.
this? So he was found not guilty.
Oh, I thought you were going to say guilty for a second.
No, because remember he like they gave him a
Plea
plea deal
deal, but he didn't
and
take
he
it.
was like no. And they were like, "Oh God, like if he's found guilty,
He's
this is
going
gonna
to
be
jail.
really bad." Yeah. So, but remember we were like, I feel like if you know you're not guilty,
Why take the plea?
yeah, but also it's kind of risky because like you could know you're not guilty, but then what if people think otherwise and decide you are? So I
And
don't know.
send you.
But yeah. So ASAP Rocky was found not guilty of assault with a semi-automatic firearm stemming from an alleged 2021 altercation with his former friend Terrell Efron, aka ASAP Relly. The verdict is in. Uh So he was found not guilty on 2 counts of assault, um, with for his childhood friend, and bandmate, like previous bandmate. Um, this all happened on November 6th, 2021, during a public dispute
Dang,
on a
that's a long time ago.
sidewalk. I know. He alleged his hand was grazed by a bullet during the incident. The friend said this. However, Rocky's defense team argued the 36-year-old pulled a prop weapon that only shot blanks. They alleged Efron concocted the story of being injured by an actual firearm in an attempt to extort money from Rocky. Rocky was arrested in 2022 in connection to the
Oh
case,
my
but was
God.
released on $550,000 bail.
If you're found not guilty, do you get that bail money back?
I have no idea.
I feel like you should. Like, if you
I
didn't
feel like
do
you
it and then
should, but
you shouldn't
I
have been
feel like you
arrested,
probably don't. Like with just like how the world,
that
I feel like you probably don't, but you should.
you should. That is not fair. If somebody accuses you of a fake crime, they should have to pay it.
Seriously. So it says the LSD MC who pled not guilty to his charges was offered a plea deal prior to his 3-week trial at the LA Superior Court. He turned it down with his attorney Joe, saying that his client was not interested because he is actually innocent. The terms were 180 days in jail, 3 years probation if he took the plea deal, and a few other minor conditions on a plea to an assault with a gun charge. During his legal proceeding, Rocky was supported by Rihanna, who he's been dating since 2019. The Umbrella singer appeared in the courtroom gallery several times throughout the trial, bringing their sons
Oh,
RZA, Athelston, and I don't know. So RZA is all capital, and I don't know Riza. I don't know if they're like pronouncing like Riza, RZA, Riza. Athelston, who's 2, and Riot Rose, who's 17 months, which I have never heard their kids' names.
no.
I'm just now realizing that I had no idea these were their 2 sons' names. So,
Raya's a boy? Or
so it's
Riot?
RZA and then Riot, RIOT, 2 sons. So Riza Athelston, I did not like the Athelston because you know what it makes me think of? What's that
Athlete's
movie?
foot? Oh,
Marrying my best friend or my best friend or something, and then they're like Athel, little Athel at the table, but it sounds like they're saying asshole, but they're in a different country, and they're like, oh, little baby Athel. And then she's like, we're not naming the baby that. Do you know which one? It's
no,
like
I.
he, it's like he or she has like a best friend and then they're getting
Okay,
married. They're secretly like in love with them and then they go to like this
why?
their country where like the parents are.
Why?
Oh my gosh, I don't know what the movie's called, but they're like sitting at the dinner table. They're like, "What names for the future baby?" And then they're like, "Athol is a great name." And they're like, "Little baby Athol."
That's
They're like,
insane.
no. So that's what Athelstan is reminding me of. And
And
Riot.
RZA, that's it.
RZA, all capital RZA. So I don't know, like if I don't know.
And Riot, I'm just not a fan. I know that's really popular right now. But there's also a name that I ran into that we like met somebody and they have their kid's name is Ransom. And I
Oh, no. No.
not feeling it.
Riot? Yeah, I'm not a fan of any of this.
And Riot Rose, wouldn't that read feminine to you?
I don't know what it reads, but I don't like it. It reads like confusion.
All of it.
Yeah.
My brain is
So,
like fried today already. So those names just
yeah.
really.
No, when I was reading them, like the RZA one, I'm like, is it RZA or do I say RZA? Like, I don't know. But anyways, we're happy for ASAP Rocky. I'm glad that it was true that he was indeed innocent. Um, Rihanna has not publicly spoken about it yet, the
And
case.
it's crazy she was going to court with the kids.
I don't know. Did it say the kids were
It
there?
says she was in the courtroom with the
Oh yeah,
kids, I thought.
bringing them. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I saw a little clip of when they said he's not guilty. And she's like sitting right like behind where they stand and he like jumps to hug her, but he's like totally just like flies at her, like you see his legs and everything. Like, obviously it's a very emotional moment because they're like nervous he's gonna go away,
Yeah.
so I get it, but it was just like so crazy. He flew over that thing. I was like, oh my God. So yeah, we're happy for him and her, and I'm curious if we will be hearing from her at all about it.
I feel like she doesn't really come into the media much.
Yeah, she kind of just
Do they
stayed.
live in the United States?
I have no idea.
Kind of felt like they didn't, but maybe I'm
I
wrong.
know, I kind of feel like she wanted to raise her sons like where
Sanity.
she's from, Barbados. Is that right? Is that where she's from?
Yeah, I was gonna say Barbados.
Okay, yeah. But I could
Okay.
totally be wrong on that. Um, Third and final story, which I did not know this about this person. Neo defends his polyamorous relationship with three women. Did you know that about Neo?
No, I feel like I haven't heard about Neo in forever. I
Me
kind of like
either.
that name, but I don't like. So he was like, "Well, it's a name from the Matrix. That's kind of cool." And I was like, "Yeah, but like I think of Egghead Neo." And
Yeah.
he's like, "What?" And I'm like, "This the like singer rapper. Like he
Real
was
sick of
cute, but it's
love
got an
songs.
egghead."
He's so cute with his hat on.
Yes,
He's like, I like to call them, he's a hatfish. Not a
yes.
fish, they're hatfish. Because when they have their hat on
You're like, damn.
and then they take it off, a whole different person. So yeah, after Neo received backlash for going public with his polyamorous relationship, the So Sick singer shut down the criticism with a simple clapback saying, "Fun fact, I don't care."
Also,
Um,
why do people even concern themselves with it?
I
I'm sorry.
know.
If we're gonna talk about anything, let's talk about Nick Cannon.
Oh,
Like
for
three
real.
compared to like 10. And those
Yeah,
women all think they're in a relationship with him.
I know.
That's what
It's,
trips me out. Like one girl was like, "We have the best relationship. Like my kid has both parents." It's like, what, one night a week? What are
I
you
know,
talking about?
seriously. Yeah, because it's not realistic with how many kids and how many baby mamas he has.
He's got enough money to support them, but he definitely doesn't have enough time. Come on.
Yeah, for real. Um, So it says Neo is so sick of criticism over his love life, the Miss Independent singer's real name. Do you know Neo's real name?
I don't know. Why don't you ask her? Go ask her. Does it have anything to do with Neo? Like, is
No,
it an
this
N?
is the craziest name I've ever seen, and
Okay,
I have
then
to
no.
say it again. Real name Schaefer Chimere Smith. I will show this to you.
And how old is Neo?
It's in
That almost looks like chauffeur.
Shaffer and then Chimere.
That's wild.
This is the craziest name. These names.
What is happening today?
I know. He spoke out after facing backlash for being in a polygamous relationship with influencer Ariel Hill and two OnlyFans models who go by Phoenix Feather and Bella on social media. Okay, Neil, I did not know this about him. In a
How
February
old is Neo?
in a February 20th Instagram story, Neil mocked naysayers of his romance by writing them. Neil, we don't approve of your poly relationship. Responding to the haters, the So Sick singer paired the comment with a selfie of him wearing a black and white shirt that read, "Fun fact, I don't care." To
Okay, he
top,
has seven
oh, he's
children.
45. Oh, so Nick Cannon part two.
Yeah, so we're
We are not up to date with Neo. What the heck? I did not know that. People are into the eggheads, I guess.
ew.
Top
Maybe
off.
it slides out easier.
Ew. Sick. To top off his flatback, the 45-year-old flashed a wide grin for the camera, proving he's unbothered by the negativity. Neo, who finalized his divorce from ex-wife Crystal Renee in 2023, following 7 years of marriage, first sparked rumors he was in a polyamorous relationship in July of that year when he was spotted holding hands with Ariel and Bella on a beach in LA. The following year, he confirmed he was dating both women in addition to Phoenix.
No.
He said, monogamy is for you. It's not for me.
Which
And
I understand, but like my thing is like what are these women
Yeah.
that freaks me out. Like what in the heck?
yeah, I'm not into it. Like, go for it if that's what you want, but like, it's very interesting.
I feel like men are like getting off with an excuse to be like, "Well, I'm polyamorous, so I could cheat
Right.
on you."
Yeah,
Like what?
exactly. So this is a picture of him with his three girlfriends.
I feel like it's so cringe.
Can you see it? I don't know if it's like focusing.
Hardly, but those girls look like they're like 19. Oh, maybe not. Ew.
Yeah, it doesn't look
I feel like you have to be, so I feel like this is where I'll say his is different than Nick Cannon's. I feel like Nick Cannon has a different relationship with each of those women. They're not like a sexual, what is that called? Like a, I almost said parody, like an orgy type situation. And I feel like that is an orgy type
no,
situation.
this is crazy. I don't know. He says, I'm not shitting on marriage. He explained, I'm not shitting on anyone who has figured out how to make that thing work for them. Again, everything's not for everybody. And while
True.
he acknowledged that he was previously monogamous, Neil emphasized how much more true he felt being with multiple women. I just cannot take that serious. He says, as long as my happy ain't messing with anybody else's happy, I'm in the right place, he shared. I'll be damned if I ever go back to that person that needed to lie for the appeasement of somebody else. I'm not that no more. Um, yeah,
I
so
mean, be you. If that's completing your happiness, then, but I think don't expect most people to be okay with it as far as
yeah,
like
so I just
being in a
like
relationship
I
with you.
yeah, and I feel like it's kind of cringe to be like, yeah, like I've never felt more true. Now that dating multiple women, I feel so true to myself.
Sure. Also, I
But
feel like that's sketchy. Like everybody better be getting tested because
for real, especially because yeah, But also, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm sure this is like more of a thing than we know it to be
yeah.
because obviously it's not broadcasted, like not everybody's relationship is broadcasted. But whenever I do hear about it, I only hear about it like the guy.
Thank you. I agree.
I never hear a woman being like, "Yeah, I have like four boyfriends. We all go to dinner together." It's always the guy that's being like, "Oh yeah, I have three girlfriends. We all hang out together."
Yeah, it's like
Like,
I don't know. Like Nick
yeah,
Cannon's, he can sleep with a bunch of other women, but can the girls sleep with other guys?
right. Weird.
Kind
So,
of gross.
I thought that was really interesting.
Very. I would never expect that of Neo. He was like
Me
Mr.
either.
Love Song.
I know. But it's just kind of crazy because Neo has this weird thing going. And then Usher is like a sex addict. I think I said that on a previous podcast that like Usher is a sex addict. And he came out in the early 2000s and said it. But like I never knew that growing up. My mom knew it. And she was
I
like,
feel
yeah,
like,
like a sex addict. He like talked
but
about it.
he was all involved with the Diddy stuff, so I feel like he's pretty messed up.
Oh, 1000%. But I'm like, I had no idea. Like, it's just crazy because we like grew up with them kind of, but like had
We didn't
no
know behind
idea
the
about like
scenes.
these things. Yeah. And I just saw a interview of Kiki Palmer interviewing Usher. And everybody was praising her because she asked him a question that he got uncomfortable with, but she was so good at diverting it into a different way. Like when she realized, like, okay, he's uncomfortable, so let me just like
Move on.
reroute this. And she did really good, and people were like praising her for it because sometimes when people are like asking questions, they'll like push it or like they won't
Yeah, they're
understand
trying to
it.
get the answer.
Yeah. So she asked him, she was like, oh, okay, last question. Like, this is a cute way to end, or so she thought. She said, like, how old were you when you had your first kiss? And he was like, oh, and he was like, he said something like the first kiss that I like was okay with, or the first kiss that I wanted to have. And
Oh,
she's like, oh, she was like, hold on now. And he was like, yeah. And then she was like, oh, no, 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 no. And then she's like, okay, how about this? How about, and then she like, she's like, what's your favorite song of yours that like you like to, like, she just totally switched the subject the minute she saw that. She was like, oh, my bad. And I was like,
I
that,
feel like a lot of people love her. I don't have anything against her. I just like know her from like Disney when we were growing up, but like I don't, but I've like seen so many people that are like in love with her and they're like, she's like the best person.
no,
Sean
I
Evans that does Hot
love
Ones, he's
her.
like, that's like my one guess that I have a major crush on. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, Sean
yeah.
Evans.
I love Kiki Palmer. I totally get the hype. She would be like added to the list of a dream guest. She is just, you could just tell she's one, she's so funny, she's hilarious. She cracks me up and she's so like naturally funny. And she is just you could tell she has a great heart and she's like a great person overall. So I totally get the hype and I'm here for it. I love her. She cracks me up.
I am gonna try to look at her podcast. Does she have, I'll have to look it up or you can send it to me because I'm curious. But I was gonna say I feel like Usher is like really cute, but he has like definitely not a feminine body, but he's so petite.
Yeah, he is very petite.
And like he's cute, but he's so like tiny.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's just sad that they all had to go through that. But
I know.
the craziness going on, I swear. What's coming up?
Craziness. Yeah, so those are the stories for the week. Do we have a hot topic or we don't have
We
one?
do.
What is it?
It's kind of relating. So we went to breakfast this morning, and I was thinking, um, for your side, do you prefer traditional hash browns or home fries?
Um, for like my breakfast side,
Yeah, like if you're going out to breakfast and you get like eggs, hash browns, pancakes, or whatever.
I will opt for the roasted potatoes.
Okay, those are like the home fries
Okay.
with
So
like the bell pepper and onion usually.
yeah, yum. Oh, I am totally for that. What about you?
So I usually am a hash brown. I used to be. I remember when I was growing up, my dad would always get home fries, and I was ew, dad. But
Yeah,
now that I'm an adult, I prefer the home fries over the hash
me
browns.
too.
But now that I'm pregnant, I'm like, nope. Just give me
Hell
some good hash browns that are
yeah.
crispy.
Hey, what? I'm interested to see what the public says, so.
I've also had cottage fries at a cool restaurant, and they're like literally, they're like potato chips, but they're just not all the way crunchy. They're just like soft on the inside. Those were good too.
Ooh, that sounds bomb, actually.
But I feel like the classics everybody has had,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
roasted or the regular hash brown.
Yeah. Yeah. Roasted.
Well, we wish you all a great week.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time. Bye,
Bye,
dollies.
guys.